when people from this known political party harassed me in an elevator in Transcorp Hotel in Abuja.
Sorry about that, Rufai.
Yes, they harassed me.
My people, a lot is really going on in the political zone. Rufai Oseni have finally come out to shake the light table today. He shook the light table in the early hour of today in Laju TV. The moment Wole Soyinka came out to call Peter Obi a 419, Rufai couldn't take it. He shook everywhere. He stood up and made a stand for Peter Obi publicly, and he exposed what the APC people did to him. Rufai opened up a lot of secrets in the early hour of today, and this have been given Tinubu a tough time because what Rufai said today is not what's supposed to be said in the public here. With everything that they're doing to Rufai Oseni of Laju TV, this man still stand out. He still make a stand for Peter Obi publicly. I made it known to everyone that Obedient movement is not a criminal movement, as stated by Wole Soyinka, because Wole Soyinka came out in his old age and he called Peter Obi a 419 in Yoruba, and he called all Obedient criminals. So Obedient, I would like guys to share this video. You should see what Rufai did today. Share this video. Laju TV scatter in the early hour of today. Share it. Let it go to different social media platforms, and if you can share it, like it, give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. Obedient, stay connected. I'm coming back again as I show you the video.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, endeavor to click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and do well to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new update in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you know. Still on what is happening in the political zone, Laju TV shake lies in the early hour of today. Laju TV scattered due to what happened, and this is the video that I want to show to you in this very video. You know, Wole Soyinka came out in the early hour of today and they granted him an interview in a particular television station where he labeled Peter Obi as a 419. He called Peter Obi a 419 in Yoruba. I'm a Yoruba guy, so I know what Gbajue is. He called Peter Obi Gbajue in Yoruba, so I know what Gbajue is, meaning 419, a scammer, a fraudster. That is the meaning of Gbajue, and he called all Obedient a bad name. He said all Obedient are criminal, that Obedient movement is a criminal movement, that all we do on social media are nonsense and shenanigans. We did not know how much they paid Wole Soyinka before he came out today. We did not know how much Tinubu and other political parties paid him. You know, Wole Soyinka is a well-respected and highly respected Nobel in Nigeria and in entire Africa, even in the whole world. He is highly respected. They respect him so much due to his career and literature and all of that. But I think age is already affecting Wole Soyinka for him to come out today and label all Obedient bad, and he called them a bad name, and he called the principal Peter Obi a 419. He said Peter Obi is mobilizing all young youths in Nigeria against Tinubu. He said Peter Obi is now mobilizing them for protest and cause another thing in the country, whereas Peter Obi is known to be a man of peace, and he has been the one trying to calm all Obedient down so that they won't protest, because Obedient have wanted to move out into streets since when INEC announced Tinubu as a president-elect. But Peter Obi has been the man of peace, trying to calm everybody down. That is why they've been longing to arrest Peter Obi, but did not have a single chance, did not have a single evidence, a single allegation to lay against him. They've been longing to arrest him, but due to the fact that he's a man of peace, they did not have a single space to arrest him. But the moment Rufai heard this today, Rufai shake everywhere. Obedient, I would like guys to share this video. If you can share it, share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it. Do well to like it. Give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend for us. Like it as you're watching so that YouTube will recommend it for us. Rufai shake everywhere today in Laju News because the matter was stable in Laju News. And Rufai came out. He single-handedly came out and he attacked all APC people. Peter Obi wasn't there, but Rufai stood out and he make a stand for Peter Obi as a brother. He said Peter Obi is never a bad man, and he make a stand for all Obedient, and he exposed a lot of secret on what APC people have been doing for him. You know, since when Rufai have been coming out and talking about APC and all of that. APC people did not like him because they believed that he had been exposing them. So Rufai came out again. He exposed what they did to him in the hotel and other places. You should see what Tinubu people are doing to this man. You will shed tears. And with what Rufai said today, if you should hear him, you will give him an applause. I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video as I will show you the video. Stay connected with Obidient. Coming back again.
In Stellenbosch, South Africa, where Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka made a controversial claim accusing the leadership of the Labour Party of being aware that their party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, lost the February 25th election. The Nobel laureate was speaking at an event titled The Lives of Wole Soyinka, a dialogue organized by Africa in the World. Soyinka used the Yoruba phrase, "bajue," which means obtaining by deception, to describe the actions of the Labour Party, stating that they are trying to force a lie on Nigerians, especially the youth, that Obi won the election. Let's take a listen.
I could say categorically that Peter Obi's party came third, not even second, and that the leadership knew it. But they wanted to do what we call in Yoruba, bajue. That is, you know, you have force of arms. You also have force of lies. And it was gearing up towards violence. They were going to send some of the hardliners, were going to send crowds, young people into the streets to demonstrate. I'm always ready to be among such demonstrators, but only on the banner of truth, not of lies, not of deceit. Peter Obi achieved something remarkable there, that he broke that mold. Yes, however, he did not win the election.
All right, Dr. Vati, that phrase, "bajue," got me. I mean, you know that Wole Soyinka has always been quite vocal about Peter Obi's, emergence as whether it is a third force or not. But before I come to you, let me take some tweets. This is from Omar, who wrote, "No one can be seen to say categorically that someone didn't win an election if the person cannot show proof of what he asserts. It is on Prof to show us why his assertion is true. Was he in the 36 states monitoring the elections, or his agencies were, or a report affirmed so?" Well, Lawrence also wrote, "Why does Wole Soyinka feel so comfortable saying terrible things against Peter Obi? He claims Peter Obi was mobilizing youth for protest, while in truth, Peter Obi was the one telling the youth to keep away from protests. The youth are blaming Peter Obi for not allowing them protest. Wole Soyinka is saying Peter Obi was mobilizing the youth to protest." I mean, Lawrence's tweet was quite apt. We do know that Peter Obi has been telling everyone to stay calm until Judgment Day. Judgment Day has come and gone, and we have not seen any violence. So, I mean, it is quite worrisome to hear Professor Wole Soyinka make such assertions. Dr.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
The obedience, those characters on social media who give Peter Obi a bad name, they finally lost Professor Wole Soyinka. You recall that before now he had complained about this obedient, some people call them some other names, operating on social media and forcing Peter Obi down everybody's throats. And he said, look, at that time, that Peter Obi was even his favorite candidate because he wanted change in Nigeria, and he thought somebody else, new blood, should provide the leadership. Many of the other people who in fact supported Peter Obi, they backed away from him because of the behavior of these characters, who abuse everybody, who think their own version of the truth is the only version of reality. So that's the evidence you have seen there. And you could see Okendebe, the interviewer, feeling, well, where is Prof going in this matter? That's number one. The second part, of course, is that Professor Wole Soyinka is just expressing an opinion. His opinion does not matter in this matter. The Court of Appeal has ruled, right, the way the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal handled the matter. Mr. Peter Obi himself and the other petitioner, the People's Democratic Party and Atiku Abubakar, they have said they are going all the way to the Supreme Court. What the law provides for is that it is the apex court in presidential matters that we have the final say. And I think, while it is normal, natural for people to react to court rulings. In this particular matter, it is the Supreme Court that will tell us the truth of it.
Yes,
so Professor Soyinka is not in a position, because he's not a shamanist, he's not a futurologist. He once wrote a play called Requiem for Futurologists. So he himself cannot act as a futurologist in the matter. So we all should just calm down and wait for, the Supreme Court. And when he says Bajue, deception, right? Well, there are some other commentators who will say Professor Soyinka is accusing Peter Obi and the Labour Party of Bajue of deception. But some people will say, in fact, the entire election was an act in Grant Bajue, a whole deceptive operation. There are people who, even if you wake up them up 10 years from now, they will still say 2023 general election was complete Bajue, quoting Professor Soyinka. So it's not just about Labour Party, and it's on the basis of that we are saying that there are certain reforms that will still need to take place. There are certain consequential steps that will have to be taken by the National Assembly with regard to the electoral framework in Nigeria. So that phrase Bajue, don't limit it to where Professor Soyinka has located it. Some people will tell you it's an entire Bajue that we are dealing with.
Yeah, well, it has gone to the Supreme Court, and we'll wait for the Supreme Court judgment. I mean, obviously, his statement has elicited a lot of reactions. Well, in the same vein, a public affairs analyst, Durojaye Ogunsoya, was trending on Wednesday after he stated during a live television interview that he was a classmate of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the Chicago State University and graduated alongside the president from the Department of Accounting and Business Administration in 1979. Well, during the interview, Ogunsoya accused those disputing Tinubu's academic records of being mischievous because Tinubu was a governor for 8 years and would have had a university degree.
So we met in the school, Chicago State University, and we were in the same department, College of Accounting, Business and Administration, with major in accounting. Yes. With major in accounting. And we were in the same class together, and we graduated. He did attend the university, Chicago State University, and he graduated in 1979.
Okay, as you did.
As I did.
In 1979.
Yes, so I'm here to testify that he did attend the university and he was a good student. People were being mischievous in the first place because he was a governor for 8 years. Somebody who worked for Mobile for several years, and you contesting that he didn't go to university. How is that possible? I cannot imagine how that is possible. That they are claiming that he didn't go to the. Sometimes the president might be embellished, sometimes, but that does not mean that he didn't attend university. He did attend university. He was a governor for 8 years.
Well, all right. I mean, I don't know if you need a university degree to be a governor, but certainly you do need one to, work at Mobile. So, I mean, Mr. Ogunsoya has definitely caused a lot of reactions as well. Let me take one from Leoma, who wrote, "It's been 23 years since Tinubu's Chicago qualifications were first challenged, and suddenly Durojaye Ogunsoya, a public affairs analyst with no digital footprint, suddenly remembers he attended school with Tinubu and used to mock his accent." Well, Nigeria is a funny place. Another Twitter user, Raymond, goes, "A simple Google search of Durojaye Ogunsoya shows that this man didn't exist till 2 days ago. No LinkedIn, Facebook, or even Chicago State University link outside his ambiguous claims. Do these clowns think this is the 1980s or 1990s? Information is everywhere and accessible." Well, Raymond, I mean, he may not have a LinkedIn of, a digital footprint, and not everybody does.
Let's say he's not digitally
But that actually was the rhetoric on social media, whether or not, where did he come from?
So, and it's quite curious, Audrey. That's the first thing that came to mind as well when I said, oh, finally someone has come out as a witness to give an interview to not just talk about the fact that they went to university together, but even give a character witness in terms of the kind kind of student that he was. Now, Mr. Durojaye Ogunsoya can come out as a student to say what he wants to say, but we can't take that as a certificate. We can't take that as records from the university. It's good to see, people, someone come out to testify that you and I were seatmates in university. But beyond that, people have made questions, and where are the pictures? Did they not take pictures in 1979? Do we not have records again? Why is Chicago State University, not being very forthcoming with regards to information? Yes, they've said, we had to go, Atiku Abubakar has gone to court to try and get them to release information with regards to the educational qualifications of President Bola Tinubu. But this has to go down as one of the most controversial in terms of the credentials of a president in Nigeria. I mean, we have cases like this often, but this is quite interesting. And I think just put the matter to rest. Certificate. Show us evidence of the fact that you went to university. And by the way, the fact that you worked in a certain organization doesn't mean, I'm sure some people will know Oluyole, where they have said, so it's not Oluyole. Well, that shows I don't patronize the services. Oluyole is about
where you print fake certificates.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that's not all these things. Just give us the real. That's what Nigerians just want to know the truth. And let me go to what Professor Soyinka said, because that's why I'm quite, as a young person in Nigeria, Professor Soyinka as a citizen is well within his rights to decide to choose or support a particular political party. However, I believe because of his status as a statesman, a lot of people would expect that he would be he will be non-partisan to at least a very large extent. I don't know what this obsession with Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party and the Obedience is with Professor Wole Soyinka. What really occurred? Why is he so? Don't forget that there's a first runner-up in the person of Atiku Abubakar. They're not talking about him. He's the third place position who seems to go their ox such that their press statements, what is really going on? And so I just say that in terms of that, he has a right to his opinion. But I also think lastly, it is unfair to paint the Obedient movement, which has been praised in many ways for changing the political landscape of Nigeria in many ways, as being, just with really bad names, because in most movements, they're extremists. But you cannot base an entire movement on the extreme few and say that all of the Obedient are extreme. I don't agree with that.
I know you wanted to make a comment on that.
I have a lot to say, Oji, that time will not permit me. That's the problem with what's trending.
Hey, yeah.
Welcome back again. At first, let us start. I think, like Ayo said, it is wrong to paint the Obedient movements. There are other people of a certain political party that harass people too. In fact, I had a taste of my own. It's just because I didn't take the case up. When people from this known political party harassed me in an elevator in Transcorp Hotel in Abuja.
Sorry about that, Rufai.
Yes, they harassed me in an elevator. So when people say all sorts about the Obedient movement, and constantly, if you go check my social media, they are constantly casting aspersions and saying all sorts of stupid things. If it's not somebody that have a very strong mental strength.
You do, Rufai.
Yes.
You do.
Every single day I'm being abused. So when people say it's the Obedient movement, we don't tell the truth in this country. And that's why the country...
The whole movement.
So that's why the country has become a grand scene of Bajwe and GBT. And concerning what Professor, he has a right to say whatever I want to say, but please, let's be balanced for the sake of God. The real Bajwe in all of this election is INEC that promised something and didn't do it. The INEC that told a lot of Nigerians to come out, that we have video footages of Mr. Festus Okoye constantly coming out to say these methods will be used, and nothing was done. That's a real Bajwe in this. So let's call a spade a spade. No, the problem is we don't like to call a spade a spade.
All right.
Thirdly, because I'm here, we have to go because of time. Thirdly, as regards this Mr. Duro and this conundrum and everything, if you come out to say you went to school with somebody, you have to prove it. You came on air, there were no pictures, you came on air, there were not enough proof and everything. He has to be able to come to proof. And part of proving it also means subjecting himself to other media. So he should come to Arise probably 15 minutes. Let's interview him. Let's ask him more questions and all of that. And I'm sure he also knows that there's a case currently going on in the court as regards, and let me go back to it, as regards a subpoena by Nauru Eba that case has now come out to light again.
That petition that we are seeing,
and that petition is out there, you know, because some characters said all sorts of lies and shenanigans. So you see, let's just tell the truth. The truth will set all of us free. The last time, 23 years ago, when this case came up, it was in the State House of Assembly that helped quell the tide of the case. Now it's back up again. Let's just full disclosure.
I just wanted to quickly clarify that petition that was up there. It was on September 8th, a response from CSU to article stating that, you know, Tinubu did attend the Chicago State University, as well as the fact that they cannot truly confirm the, you know, originality of his certificate because they consider it as a, you know, one of those, how do you call it, a praise certificate of some sort. So that was that petition up there.
Is that this matter of President Tinubu's academic qualification has been on the table for more than 20 years since he was governor. Okay, why is it that when he was governor of Lagos State, nobody showed up? So this Duro Jaye Ogunsoya, or what is his name?
Come to arise, let us talk.
He was not around
come here.
over 20 years ago. And in any case, if you look at him, he looks quite younger than the president. So you know, maybe it's on the basis of that David Hundeyin is now saying that this witness, this character witness, this classmate witness is fake because David Hundeyin has said that I'm sure, you know, it will be responded to by interested parties. Okay, when President Buhari was said not to have attended secondary school, he gathered his classmates. They took photographs with him in the villa. Why is this so difficult? You know, when it was Dimeji Bankole's time, within a week, you were in NYSC camp with true pictures out. Okay, this one had to take up to 20 years.
23 years.
I think we have to do something about qualification. Anybody that does not have a basic degree and anybody whose classmates will show up after 20 years or whose secondary school classmates will have to come to the villa to validate. Look, that's ridiculous, man. In a country where some people have 3 master's degrees, double PhDs, why is it that it's the division 2 people that will be division 3 people that will be the ones saying they want to rule Nigeria?
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what Rufai and other Arise TV news presenters said in this very video. You know, they tabled the matter of Wole Soyinka, where Wole Soyinka called Peter Obi a graduate, meaning a 419, a fraudster, a scammer, because Peter Obi was trying to pursue his mandate that he believes that it was stolen from him. So I think these people are finding this player in Peter Obi that they pronounced third in course of the election, trying to reclaim his mandate. They are not seeing it as a display, like they are seeing some level of display in it. They are not okay with the fact that Peter Obi is trying to unseat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are not okay with the fact that Peter Obi is trying to pursue his mandate, and they are the one that said that if Peter Obi is not okay with the presidential election result, that he should go to the court. And this man is in court now, and they are still attacking him. They are giving him some level of inconvenience. That is the situation on hand, because I don't know the reason why Wole Soyinka will come out and open his mouth widely in the public and said Peter Obi is a 419, is a graduate. I don't know that this man of a high caliber like this, a highly respected figure in the society, can say something like this. Even a small child must not come out to say it. Even when you see him doing that graduate, you are not in position to come out to say it to the general public. Even for the fact that they said Tinubu is a drug lord and all of that, you have never seen me on this media and said that Tinubu is a drug lord. I never label people bad, even when I know that they are bad people or all of that, because I don't have the evidence on hand. Even when I have the evidence on hand, I'm not in position to label anybody bad. But Wole Soyinka came out today and he labeled all obedient bad. He said all obedient, they are all criminals and all of that. Peter Obi too, a graduate, a 419, and that is what Rufai is trying to attend to. You know, Ruben Abati was trying to address the issue, but he couldn't address it very well. He can't open his mouth and say what the truth is. But Rufai came out and called a spade a spade. Even Ayo of Arise News, he came out, he said Wole Soyinka is not in position to label obedient bad. All parties have their own supporter, and all parties have their own people that take their party to the extreme end. You know, there are some party people in APC. There are some APC people, when they hear APC issue like this, they will be like, oh, they will take it all over themselves and they will act extremely. Likewise, Obidient, we have the good people of Obidient. When they hear about Obidient stuff, they will take it to the extreme. They don't want to hear anything bad about Peter Obi or the Obidient movement. So that is the thing. You can't say that all Obidient are bad. No, it is not all Obidient that are good. But you can't say that it is all Obidient that is bad. But Wole Soyinka came out today without making the banners. He said all Obedients are bad people, that it is a bad movement. That was what he said. I made it not to the general public that Peter Obi is mobilizing Obidient for protest and all of that, which is a false accusation. If Peter Obi should take that case up, Wole Soyinka may be jailed and he may be filed for defamation of character, because Peter Obi did not mobilize anybody for protest. He had been the man of peace, trying to calm all Obidient down, because the moment INEC announced Tinubu as the president-elect, Peter Obi came out. He said no, all Obidient should be calm, because a lot of Obidient wanted to move out. They said they wanted to burn INEC offices, they wanted to shut down INEC offices and all of that. But Peter Obi said they should calm down, that he is their principal, that is going to take the case up and going to take it to the judiciary. And that was how all Obidient calmed down, and they were watching the outcome on the judiciary. That is why they began to print billboard that all eyes on the judiciary. Peter Obi did not mobilize anybody for protest. This man of peace should not be roped for anything that he did not do. That is what Wole Soyinka is trying to do. Though we did not know how much they paid Wole Soyinka, something heavy may land in his account, like the prayer that Akpabio was saying back then in the House of Senate. Maybe they sent prayer to him, to who knows. So that is why Rufai Oseni stood out and made mention of what APC people have done to him. What they did to him, the attack they waged against him, that Obidient have not even waged any attack against the APC people. Even during the election, the APC people came out, they bring in thugs and they attack all Obidient. Wole Soyinka did not say anything about that when Obidient were attacked in different polling units in Nigeria. But now he's saying that Obidient are the bad people, whereas the people that attack Obidient during the election, they are not bad people. That was what Wole Soyinka is saying. And regarding the fact that Obidient people are not good, Rufai Oseni of arrested made it known that it is INEC that is the bad man here. It is INEC chairman Mamo Yakubu and even all INEC body. They are the orchestrator of everything. They should shift the blame away from Obidient. The Obedience did not do anything. I don't mean that INEC give the mandate to the right person, all this thing will not happen. That was what Rufai said. He said INEC promised heaven and earth in course of the election that they even have the video footages in their channel there in Laju TV. But with everything that INEC promised and all of that, they failed. They made a U-turn and they did not apologize for it. That was the issue. So Rufai said the bad way in this issue is INEC. It is not even Peter Obi. It is not any Obidient. That was the issue. I didn't mean that INEC did as they promised, as they collected money from Nigeria, more than 400 billion naira, claiming that they want to transcribe the electoral result in the iReporter and you want to use the Beavers machine. So they collected Nigerian money and they did not do anything. They bought the Beavers machine, but they said it malfunctioned and all of that. So what do we now pay for? And Wole Soyinka did not call all those INEC badge and all of that. But it's now coming to Peter Obi now. That shows that this man is having a personal vendetta for Peter Obi. We would like us to drop your opinion in the comment section on this video. And regarding the man that came out and said that he and Tinubu attended the same university in Chicago and all of that, people have been reacting to that, and even Rufai and other presenters in Laju TV reacted to that. And when they reacted to it, they said the man that was speaking that he attended the same university with Bola Ahmed Tinubu for over 20 years now. Tinubu have been in politics in Nigeria. This man did not come out to say anything regarding that they attended the same school. I did the only one that attended the same school. Even the accent of the man is not even having a good American accent. He's not even having a single accent. And you said you attended university in America. How come? So you need to show us the proof. That is the reaction on ground. We need the proof that you attended the Chicago University. It's not that you just come to a television station and you just say that you attended the same university with Tinubu. Where is the certificate? Where is the evidence? Now, Chicago University denied it yesterday that they did not issue any certificate to Bola Tinubu. That the Bola Tinubu that they know in Chicago University is a female, and Tinubu in question here is a man. So why is all this controversy? And since Chicago University said it in court yesterday in the US that they did not issue any certificate to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now the certificate that Tinubu tendered to INEC in course of the election, where Where did they see it? That's the question on hand. So this man is not saying that he attended the same university with Tinubu, which is a lie according to the report, because he did not tender any evidence, and without evidence the truth cannot stand. So Rufai said the man should come to Arise TV so that they can question him, give him 1 or 2 questions in an interview. And I know he will be avoiding Arise TV. People like that will always avoid Arise TV because they know that Arise TV is full of intellectual TV presenters that will ask intellectual questions. Before you know, you will say the truth, and you won't know when you say the truth. So drop a line in the comment section of this video as I'm going on this before you. Enjoy following me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where? Politician with the do pass himself. For leader, all the while you waiting for church.